Now, I'm going to do leaves. I'm going to turn this sideways because that is easy for me. And I'm going to use the Lucky Clover again. I'm just going to do these freehand. So I loaded up my brush. And you can see that I practice over here. So I'm going to make triangle leaves. So I just choose a spot, make the line across the top, and then come down at an angle and get some color in there. Now on this piece I have yellow on the bottom, so I want the yellow to come up. I want to be able to see the yellow. So I do not fill in the leaf solidly. I do it airy. So here we go. Alright, so I'll do this one first. So I make a straight line and then a triangle. And I meet right on the stem. And then I'm just going to pat in some color. And I want the yellow to show through. So now I need to turn this and get the other side. So I am going to do that to all of the stems, making it airy and letting the color show through. So let me finish this and I'll be back. So as you can see, I did my leaves and I didn't brush in the color all the way. I wanted some lightness to come out of them. Now the next thing I'm going to do is another layer. I'm using the Micron 005 pen. I want to use a pen that has a really fine point to do some line work in each of the heart flowers. So, and this has to be dry, and mine is. So I just take my pen and I'm going to do squiggly outlines around the heart. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but it's there. Now, I am just going to do squiggles inside the heart. And I'm not pressing my pen down hard at all. I'm just letting the ink flow. Cute, very cute. Okay, all my squiggle lines are done on the heart flowers. So now I am trying to decide if whether or not to do some outlining. I guess I will on each of the leaves. And I'm just going to make a squiggly line outside each leaf. So I think that looks good. Now I am going to do some shading, and I have discovered pencil shading. Pencils come in different weights of lead. This is a lot darker. This is a B, and it's a lot darker than the school pencil. I have a light touch and I'm getting all that nice color. Now I'm going to use this as a palette. So I'm loading up my palette with my lead, and then I will be using a paper stump. So I pick up my lead on that, and I just very lightly go around each heart flower. And I come down the stem. And I also go around each leaf. Oh, that one doesn't have any black on it. And I'm just pressing gently with my stump. So I'm going to do the whole thing, and I'll be back for a show and tell. So I have all the shading done, and I like it. I have just been picking at it, and you have to know when to stop. I want to have some grass coming up from the bottom. Trying to figure out how to put that on. So let me ponder. Alright, so I figured out what I'm going to do down here. I'm going to do some grass. I practiced. So what I did though is first I laid down some white paint, and I have an old stiff brush, and this is what you call pouncing. So I'm just pouncing so I can get, so that the green can really show up, I guess. Oh, I just think I had another thought. Alright, so let's just pounce that on and go all the way. Alright. Now I have to make sure that is dry. So I'll get my heat gun. I think that's dry. So now I am going to get that the liner brush again, and I already loaded up some more Lucky Clover over here. Load up my brush. I don't want it to be really wet. And at the bottom of each flower, I'm just doing some stem work. Light little lines to show grass. First, I'm going to do around each base of the flower. I don't know if you can see this, but over here I have a pencil line, and that was a guideline for that stem. And there's nothing I can do to get rid of that. It's hardly noticeable. Probably someone looking at this wouldn't even notice that. So, it's okay. Alright, so I have all of the stems done. Now I'm going to go in between each of those places and just add some more grass. So to do grass, it's really easy. You just make a line down the middle, and then you just come in at an angle. So that gives you a guide. So a line down the middle, and then just have them all come to the middle. And I will go down here also. So I have to make sure I come over here also. I don't know if I should leave it or if I should do another color on top of it. I don't know. So what am I going to do? I am going to ponder